Yo, what's up, gang? I just went to watch Demon Slayer Infinity Castle in the theaters. And wow, just wow. I would say my expectations were already high, but it still exceeded my expectations. From start to finish, I was at the edge of my seat. I will keep this mini review of the movie as spoiler free as possible, so don't worry, gang. But at this point, I think most Demon Slayer fans who would watch this kind of video has already watched the movie as well. But just to be sure, I'm keeping this spoiler free. Today, I'm drawing Tanjiro from a scene in the movie, which I would say it's a pretty important scene. He undergoes an awakening of sorts. That's all I'ma say. If you're curious to what exactly, go watch the movie. You will not regret it. I just want to share some of my thoughts on the movie and the overall experience, both as a fan but also as an artist, you could say. First, I want to say I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the whole experience, all the way from the anticipation, waiting with my friends, talking about the movie beforehand. Like, oh, what do you think is gonna happen? And what do you look forward to the most in the movie? And all the way to experiencing the movie together, like our gasps in the movie, our oh shit, and also just laughing together in the cinema, our sighs of relief or our sighs because it's like a sad scene we're watching together. Just a sea of emotions in the cinemas, which, if you ask me, is the purest form of art. Getting all these emotions out of people through animation and storytelling, it's just incredible. And also walking out of the cinema talking about the movie was one of the most wholesome moments I've had in a long time. Also, just agreeing to meet in 2 years' time when the second movie releases, it was just perfect. As you can already tell, this movie was the best movie I've seen in 2025. All movies combined, like animation, live action, all around, just the best movie. And that's just me. I know some people weren't satisfied, but that's also fine. We can't all have the same taste in movies nowadays. And many people complained about the pacing, the backstory, and also the fights in the movie, which is okay as well, but to be honest, I feel sorry for those people. I would really wish for everybody to have the exact same experience I had. I can't imagine walking out of that movie not being satisfied. To those people, I just want to say, that sounds terrible, it sounds hard, and I really hope you find some sort of media to satisfy your needs and also your expectations, like wholeheartedly, I mean it. And for those people who didn't like the pacing, also it's fine, but if you like straightforward storylines, I think you just have to remember this about Demon Slayer. This is the Demon Slayer finale. We're gonna get 2 more movies of Demon Slayer and then it's over. No more Demon Slayer. So everything that ties the story together will be revealed in these 3 movies. They're basically just tying knots on different characters' backstories, which they did very well in my opinion, with my favorite being Akasa's backstory. That was just marvelous. It was just such a beautiful backstory for someone who seems to be so simple. I have read the manga, but I don't know, I just didn't expect them to do it this well. So I guess if you like straightforward storylines, I understand why going back and forth isn't your thing. I think watching this movie, you just have to watch it with an open mind and just trusting the process that it will all make sense in the end. It wasn't even that confusing if you ask me, but that's just me. And some people also say they experienced emotional fatigue throughout the movie, which honestly is a real thing. But to those people, I would also just say, that's just Demon Slayer. It's a really emotional show, and it requires a level of emotional intelligence to truly enjoy. I'm not saying that y'all don't have the emotional intelligence required, but it's natural to try and cut off your emotions when seeing something sad happen for the 5th time. It's a way of protecting yourself in a way. And I just think it's about balance, which can be hard to maintain while watching a movie. But if you think it's just boring overall, seeing people go through tough times and also overcoming those, I don't really know what to tell you, I'm not gonna lie. And for all of you early IGN reviewers who rated this movie a 6, give me a ring. I don't even know if y'all watching this video understands this reference. It's a really niche reference, a really old one as well. But But y'all are tweaking, man. A 6 out of 10? Pretty sure that's a misuse of power. Give me your ring. Something I also realized moments ago is the theme of this movie is revenge. Both in, as you can imagine, the big fight between Tanjiro and Akaza for what happened in the Infinity Train movie. In the previous movie with Akaza and Rengoku, you could imagine this one would be about revenge for him, but also the other fights in the movie and the backstories, overall just the conversations throughout the movie itself, it was all about revenge. And now that I know this, I understand why I felt so immersed into the movie, because I put myself in Tanjiro's shoes. These days, I feel like I'm an anime protagonist in my own shonen as well. I feel like I'm an anime protagonist who's trying to achieve his goals of becoming a full-time artist. I guess right now I'm on my journey to get revenge. I wouldn't say on the world, but more I'm trying to prove people wrong, that the people who told me throughout my childhood that you cannot make a living from art. I feel like I'm on a path to proving those people wrong. And one day I will be at the moment where my training arc is over and I enter my own form of Infinity Castle, where it's time to prove that I'm ready to stand on my own 2 feet. And I feel like this was the moment for Tanjiro and his friends. The training arc was over and now it was time to seek their revenge. So having that in mind, I actually wonder what the themes are gonna be for the next movies to come. I read the manga, but that was years ago, so maybe I'll need to pick up the manga again to refresh my memory. But all in all, I walked out of the movies happy, inspired. My hands were just itching to create. And I just wish everybody who worked on that movie and the author, Gotoge, knew how much or how big of an impact they had on me, both as a person but also as a creative. I was really happy walking home from that movie, talking to my friends about the movie and thinking of the movie when I got home. Demon Slayer has really come a long way, and I don't think I could ever had expected this from the moment I saw Tanjiro's Hinokami Kagura for the first time. I don't know, maybe I did, because that moment alone inspired me to create my first piece of clothing, or some of my first pieces, I can't remember. But wow, thinking back, it's really been a minute. It's so awesome to see how far anime has come as a culture since me being a kid. I always felt like an outcast for reading manga and watching anime, but now I sat in a cinema almost filled to the brim with people, all sharing the same interests for anime. I also recently saw that Demon Slayer broke the record for Pokemon and is now one of the biggest box office openings ever. It's amazing. Honestly, couldn't be more happy for Demon Slayer. I really love movies and media in general. I can feel it now, I really do. And if you're planning to watch Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, all I can say is that you're extremely lucky. I wish I could watch that movie for the first time again. And you should be excited. I'm sure you will enjoy it. You might not enjoy all of it, but please don't let that cloud your judgment. Focus on the parts you enjoy and just savor those moments. To the ones who are still waiting to watch the movie, I wish you the best viewing experience. And as always, gang, much love.